Ted Cruz steps up, shuts down Democrats for your latest anti-Trump agenda. Probably one of the most frustrating things about Obamacare, outside of the fact that it was shoved down America's throat despite it being one of the most unpopular bills ever conceived by the swamp, was the individual mandate. The so-called individual mandate was called that for a good reason. You see, the Democrats know that 99% of their agenda can never be honestly discussed and its factual points of interest revealed because it knows that Americans will never agree with them. Therefore, the leftists hide their true intentions through wordplay and renaming certain phrases or literature that puts things in a bad light. The individual mandate should rightly have been called "Screw the Middle Class" on purpose because that's exactly what it does. It mandates, or forces people to obey, that they will have healthcare insurance and, if they do not obey, they will be taxed. You may ask, what if I refuse to pay? The little trick was to impose this tax by forcing you to pay through your tax return. Did you ever wonder why Obamacare needed 60,000 new IRS agents? To handle all the claims for no insurance. Ted Cruz, a man who has shown that he is not only a champion for the people of Texas, but is an advocate for the people of America. In fact, he has gone so far as to advocate on behalf of President Trump, who is seeking the destruction of the Obamacare individual mandate as part of the new tax bill that the Congress is mulling over at a snail's pace. Cruz is attempting to get this mandate removed permanently while Democrats in Congress are pushing to keep it intact. Bloomberg Politics. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas is pushing to keep alive the idea of including a repeal of Obamacare's individual mandate in the tax overhaul plan, even as House Republicans struggle with how to address an issue that threatens to complicate the tax debate. At a news conference Tuesday, Cruz said it's vital to use the tax legislation to end the mandate that all Americans have health insurance or pay a penalty. If nothing else, he said, doing so will in effect be a tax cut for the 6.5 million Americans who now pay a penalty because they don't have health insurance coverage. I think it's critical to make this end, he said of the mandate. House Speaker Paul Ryan told Fox News Sunday that the GOP was considering adding the mandate's repeal to the bill. Republicans have some incentive, because doing so is estimated to raise $416 billion over a decade, which could be used to offset tax rate cuts. Repealing the mandate would result in increasing the number of people who are uninsured, thus cutting federal spending on subsidies for insurance coverage, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Yet adding the matter into the tax debate could be combustible just a couple of months after a drive to replace the Affordable Care Act blew up in the Senate. Asked about the president's position on repealing the mandate as she stood near Cruz Tuesday morning, White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway said that we respect the fact that the process is ongoing. She added that it's time for lawmakers to weigh in on the policies that will be in the tax bill. For his part, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin insisted there is solid early momentum toward a broad tax plan. Nothing is more important to the president's economic agenda than tax reform and tax cuts, Mnuchin said. He added that the administration couldn't be more excited about where we are, and that Congress appears likely to send President Donald Trump a final package by year's end. This is the crux of the matter, and so far as Obamacare is concerned, the swamp rhinos have been railing against this mandate for as long as the bill has been in existence and wasn't even read before it was passed because of its enormity. And yet, when push comes to shove, and these Republicans have no excuse, they still have decided that political intrigue is more important to them than the struggling American taxpayer. It's a shameful existence that people in our own party are not even willing to fight for the very families who are financing their wealthy salaries and Cadillac healthcare plans, their family vacations and their exploited pensions. Good luck with re-election if they kick this can down the road. Cruz, on the other hand, doesn't have anything to worry about, I'm thinking.